Hi, so in this video we're going to be proving that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, right? So uh, knowing our properties of a parallelogram, then we can state that if both pairs of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are congruent, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Right? Also, I know that if an angle of a quadrilateral is supplementary to both of its consecutive angles, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Right? If both pairs of opposite angles of a quadrilateral are congruent, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. The next one, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. And the last one, this one is a little bit different of the properties, right? But as you can see, you follow the properties, right? If one pair of opposite side of a quadrilateral is both congruent and parallel, so they are parallel and congruent, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So let's see in an exercise, right? Now, for what values of x and y must each figure be a parallelogram, right? So following the uh, properties, as you can see, and I'm going to start working with each x, right? And each y is variable by itself. So 4y and 2y are consecutive angles. So to this quadrilateral be a parallelogram, those two consecutive angles has to be supplementary angles. So 4y plus 2y has to equal to 180. So 6y equals 180 divided by 6. So y equals 30. Right? Now x is also consecutive with that one. So x plus 5x minus 180 has to equal to 180. They are supplementary angles. So 6x minus 180 equals 180 plus 180. So 6x equals 360, and I'm going to divide by 6. So x equals 60 degrees. So for this quadrilateral to be a parallelogram, then y has to be equal to 30 and x equals to 60. This one, right? So you know, opposite sides has to be congruent. So for this parallelogram to be for these quadrilaterals to be a parallelogram. So I'm going to equal, so 4x has to equals 3x plus 5. So minus 3x, so x equals 5. Right? The same with y. So y plus 3 has to equal to 2y minus 1. So minus y on both sides, minus y. So 3 equals y minus 1, plus 1 on both sides, so 4 plus y. So for this quadrilateral to be a parallelogram, then x has to equal 5, y has to equal to 4. Okay, the next one. Right? So for this quadrilateral, I am given the information of the diagonals, right? So that means that this diagonals has to be cut in half each one to a parallelogram, right? So I'm going to start with that one. This piece should be equal to that one so that they are congruent, right? And this one should equal to this piece, right? So I'm just starting to work with this diagonal. Why? Because it's the one that has the same variable. So 2x plus 14 equals 5x minus 4. So minus 2x. So 14 equals 3x minus 4. I'm going to add 4 on both sides. So 18 equals 3x. And I'm going to divide by 3. So x has to equal to 6. Now on the other diagonal, I know that x has to equal to 2y. We already know that x equals 6. So I'm going to substitute 6 for x to y, and I'm just going to divide. So y equals 3. So for this quadrilateral to be a parallelogram, this height x plus 26, the side that x plus 26, has to be congruent to this side up here. And this side on the left has to be congruent to that side on the right. So I'm going to start with x plus 26 equals 4x plus 20. Why with that one? Because it's the one that has the same variable. So I'm going to subtract x on both sides. So 26 equals 4x plus 20 minus 20 on both sides. So 6 equals 3x. This should be a 3 right here. It should be a 3. Right? And I'm going to divide by 3. So x equals 2. Now that I know that x equals 2, I can plug in that 2 right here. So 6 times 2 plus 9 is 12 plus 9 is 21. So 7y has to equal to 21. So 7y equals 21 divided by 7. So y equals 3. Can you prove that the quadrilateral is a parallelogram based on the given information? Explain. On this one, can we prove? What information do I have? I have that this diagonal is cut in half. So this piece is congruent to that one, and this one is congruent to this one. So yes, we can prove it. Why? Because diagonals bisect each other. The next one. I have a pair of congruent opposite angles. So I don't have enough information to prove that those that is a parallelogram because I just have one pair. So in this case, I don't have enough information. So number 8, I have information that this side is congruent to this one and that this is congruent to that one. So yes, I have enough information because both pairs of opposite sides are congruent. And that's it for this lesson. May the force be with you.